Well, hello. I just thought we'd have a bit of a retro night, if you don't mind. You know that I set up some of the DMR E20s the other day, and we had a play with those and unboxed those. This is a machine that we repaired ages ago, but just don't use it. And as this TV was donated to me, I thought we'd link them together like we did back in 1999. Well, actually, the E20s are from 99. These are from much later, about 2006. The TV is from 2009. But what you have to remember about this DVD recorder, even though it's VHS and DVD, this is analog. It has not got built-in Freeview. This was one of the old analog sets. But the question I'm asking, can this still record digitally from a digital TV using the built-in timer and the built-in TV guide in 2025? So really, can this still be used after 20 years? Now, these were meant to be paired together because they are both Viera machines. You probably can't see, but up there it does say Viera. And Viera is just Panasonic's way of saying we can link all our machines together. So if you've bought a Panasonic TV, you must buy a Panasonic DVD recorder, and vice versa. And I think Sony did it. And what was Sony's called? Bravia. Okay. But enough about that. So how does it work? Well, it works using one of my most hated leads of all time. And I can't help it, but it is a hated lead. Do you know which lead I'm talking about? Think about the time. Well, I'm talking about this, the SCART. I never did like the SCART. Do you know, I wired my house up once with all the TVs in the bedrooms. I linked all the SCARTs together. I don't know how I did it. I must have been mad. But anyway, so SCART in AV2 out of the TV. And you can probably just see AV2 into the DVD recorder. Has to be done that way. And the way you have to set this up, you have to tune in your Panasonic TV, which obviously I've already done that. So I'm just going to disconnect this, and I'll just put a bit of LBC audio on for now, so I won't get a copyright strike. But I need to be on AV2, and I am. So, ooh, look at that, the old snow, the old raster, the good old days. So I'm going to go into the function menu of the DVD recorder, and I'll just turn it around a bit because I think it'll help you see. This does have a flexible stand. This TV is still great in 2025. I know I'm old, leave me alone. In the setup menu, you need to go down to connection. I've already set it up. And down to your AV settings. And do you know how we plugged into AV2? Well, you have to make sure that your extension link is extension link 2. In other words, if you chose extension link 1, you just plug into SCART 1. But I am going into extension link 2 because I plugged into SCART 2. And the reason for that is this DVD recorder through the SCART, and I think it's pin 14. Don't hold me to that because it's been a long time. But whenever the TV is on, it sends a 5-volt signal down to pin 14 on the SCART to turn this machine into record mode. And I'm just going to do a quick test to prove that that is still working, and then we'll set up a little timer and hopefully that will work. I don't need to set up the clock timer. That's absolutely fine. That doesn't really matter. Don't need to set that up and the date. What I do need to do is switch the TV off. And then I need to put this machine into extension link mode. And there is a button on the bottom of this remote control. You can just see it there. Yes, it will be out of focus, but I'll lift it out a bit so you can see. And it's called, oh come on, come to daddy. No, okay, I'm not going to, that's extension link. So I'm going to press the extension link button, and the extension link icon on this machine, which is the E30, is far on the right hand side. So if I just shadow it up a bit, if I press extension link, something should shut down and the extension link logo should come on. And there it is. And it'll say goodbye. So now the DVD recording machine can't do anything until it gets that 5-volt signal. And it gets that 5-volt signal by just the TV being on. So if I turn the TV on now, just by the remote control, we'll set it up with a proper link timer, you will see the DVD recorder power up. There it goes, self-check. I know it's not very it's not very bright. Maybe if I turn some lights off, does that help? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There. That's a bit better, isn't it? Sorry, I should have done that earlier. It is a bit better. So that is now recording LBC, because that's just the channel that's selected on the TV. So let's just switch the TV off, and then the DVD recorder should lose its 5-volt on pin 14 and say, see ya. And it does. So, what I'm going to do is just switch off the extension link. There we go. Oh no, it still says it's on. Extension link again. Has it gone off? Yes, there it is, it's off. So let's switch the TV on. The DVD recorder is coming on now, but it won't go into record mode. So let's go to the guide, and I think I may have set this up, and I'm going to reset it up. So there's the guide with everything that's happening, and I think the next program to change was channel 4, 24 hours in police custody. So you may see it. I'm going to go into, there you go. I've set it there, but I'm going to delete it so I can set it up for you again. So all you do is go back into the guide, and there it is, 24 hours in police. I want to record that on my DVD recorder, please. There it is. It's got the date, it's got the time. That's absolutely fine. Thank you. I can just return that. Now, the other thing, I'm going to do this again because I want you to pay attention to this yellow light here, this amber light. Because soon as I delete that recording, that amber light should go off. Do you want to? Are you ready? Bing. It's gone. That amber light is very important. That amber light lets you know that the TV is in timer mode and you've set it up. So I'm going to do that again and watch the amber light come on. So we're going to record 24 hours in police custody. There you go. The amber light is on, so it means it's been set. It's going to start at 23:05. What's the time now? Oh, we've got 10 minutes to wait yet, but I don't know where the clock is. Let's put the clock on screen. Sometimes I do have a clock, and for some particular reason, I haven't got a clock. There it is, clock on screen. So, oh no, well, there's only about 6 minutes to go. So, switch the TV off. The yellow light should stay on. You've got to do all these things in a certain order. Bearing in mind, we're pretending it's 2006, 2009 here. And now, switch the DVD recorder with your DVD remote into extension link mode. So, get ready to watch that extension link icon come on. And then the DVD recorder will go into shutdown mode. And then you wait for the time to turn to 23:05. The TV will not come on. Don't need to switch the TV on now. In fact, if we've got the standby light and we've got the amber light. So that's the red standby light. There's the timer amber light. I'm not too sure if this, I can't remember if this is going to start flashing. It might be exciting if it does. But I've got a funny feeling that it does. It may start flashing when it gets closer to the time, or it may start flashing when it's ready to transmit. So as soon as it gets to 23:05, which is in 5 minutes time, the timer will operate. The TV will stay in standby mode, but it will still send the 5 volts down the SCART lead. Pin 14, again, just guessing that, but it's an educated guess. But I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me that it's not pin 14, and I hope you do, because I'd love to really find out which one it is. But it'll send the 5 volts down one of the SCART pins to turn the extension link on. So at the moment, it probably looks like the DVD recorder is on, because most models in extension link will go pretty blank, and all you'll see is the extension link icon there. But this keeps the clock, and it keeps the EP and the VHS and other things and channel. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. So what we've got to do now is wait 4 minutes. Shall I tell you a joke? No, let's fast forward. Good point, well made. Mm. So you have to remember 20 years ago that this is the only way that you could really record to an analog machine from a digital source. It was quite revolutionary, even though at times I suppose it seems more faffing about than setting a VHS timer recorder in 1979, 1980. But when it works, it actually works very well. You just got to do multiple timers and just make sure the extension link is pressed. And make sure nobody switches on the TV, because if somebody switches on the TV, that will automatically send the 5 volt signal down the line, and that will cause the recorder to go into record mode. Now it says number 1 there, as in channel 1, but we're going to be recording on an AU channel, and it will automatically pick that up. Oh, and look at that. It's already, what's the time? Yeah, 4 minutes past. So it's giving the DVD recorder enough time to obviously read the disc, check the disc, and go into record mode. I've got no idea what happens to this amber light when it comes to time. I don't know if I think the amber light's got to stay on. And it started recording, as you can see. The recording countdown has begun, and it's recording on A2. Is that light blinking? It does blink, look. I thought it did. It's not a great blink. Oh, it stopped. No, there it is. It's just a casual blink. I don't know if you can see it. And of course, as I said, the TV doesn't need to come on. And that's how we did the recording all the years ago. I thought this was the bee's knees. I thought it was fantastic. And I can't believe that using a timer from a TV guide in 2025, we can still do it. And I'm sure Sony's work exactly the same. In fact, you can put a Sony TV with a Panasonic DVD recorder and do exactly the same, using the SCART output and using the timer on an old Sony TV round about this particular area. You've got to go for the 2006 to 2012 sort of TVs, I suppose, that have got the guide, because the Sony's worked exactly the same way. But of course, Sony's wanted you to buy a Sony DVD recorder to do it, but you didn't have to. You could actually mix and match. And it was the way to get a perfect standard definition. And yes, I'm afraid that's all it is, standard definition. None of these machines, well, I say none of these machines have got HDMI. Actually, the Panasonic TV does have. But we're using SCART in this particular instant. So it's making the recording of that Channel 4 show, which I shall never watch. But I just wanted to show you that, and I just wanted to find out for myself if the software is still active in 2025. No reason why it shouldn't be, because none of these units connect to the internet, of course. But I wasn't too sure if this Panasonic TV was still getting the guide information being downloaded. That amber light will go out when the program finishes in about half an hour's time, and then it's recorded to, well, I'm recording it to a DVD RAM. I don't know if there's an icon in there somewhere that says RAM. Yes, it does, yes. It actually says quite a lot. So we're in DVD mode, we're using a RAM, we're on extension link. Is that another DVD thing it says next to it? I can't see what that says. Maybe. I'm not too sure what the icon is in the far right-hand corner. We're recording DVD. There is something else. Oh, yeah, XP underneath. You had many different recording speeds and recording quality. XP was the best. And it's only a half an hour program, and it's an hour disc, so that's going in. Wonderful bit of retro kit, which is still working. But as I say, it's standard definition. Now, some people are still mighty fine with standard definition in 2025. Standard definition, of course, is DVD quality. And on a TV like this, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You do start to lose the quality if the screen gets any bigger. This is a 19-inch screen on this Panasonic. So thank you for letting me share this retro night of Panasonic equipment. And I'm quite impressed that it still works in 2025. I wasn't too sure that the guide was still going to be in full operation. It's not on all TVs. Some of the later ones that did have the guide, they stopped it. But for some particular reason, the older ones still have the guide that link to your DVD recorder. If you didn't have the SCART plugged in the back, you could do a timer reminder, and that would just give you a little message on screen saying you want to watch Coronation Street in 5 minutes on ITV. Switch over. It may switch over the channel automatically, but because we've got it connected to a recorder, the Viera link has worked, and it automatically detects that you've got it plugged into a recorder and records it. There you go. Well, that's me completely whacked out. I just wonder, I reckon I'm probably the only person in the UK, if not the world, that has got this wired up this particular way to record some programs. But it's just great that it still works. In 2025, as I say, that's it. That's enough. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of Bank Holiday Monday. You may be watching this on Christmas Day, but a little bit of Bank Holiday Monday nostalgia. Have a nice night.